love not being able to hear.
Can you open it on your laptop?
Yeah, okay. Morgwise in chat is telling me it's better. I'm gonna take
Alright.
their opinion and ignore everyone else's because they were first. I'm sorry, Alaskan Falcon, Nisu Star, and Super Mike Man 100. Your opinions aren't as cool because you weren't as quick. So let's restart the recording. Timer, I never stopped. So let's just go ahead and reset that, and let's do this again.
Mind?
What?
Screen in here.
Oh, so you can see, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to see timer.
Gotcha. Full screen projector.
I just want to see how good my time is here.
Alright, so, again, this, we'll go ahead and reintroduce everything. I am SexRex, I'll be on commentary. I've seen this game, well, most of it, his SGQ run once before, and I played the SNES version as a kid. So,
yeah, and I'm Partyman X. I also played the SNES version as a kid, and that shaped the person I am now. So, let's get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh! Let's try that again.
Oh no.
Thank you, track mode. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so there's our friend Pacman, our baby Pac Baby, and we need to get milk for Pac Baby. So instead of heading to the grocery store, it's closed. We're gonna go get some raw milk straight from the cow. Alright, so we need to scare Pac-Man here into running through the farm and just, you know, turning a blind eye to murdering that farmer right there, because he would yell at us, and that's mean. So we want to shoot Pac-Man out of this. And there's our bottle of milk. So we shoot this crow here and cause chaos, because that's just how you get milk. Alright, so this is the fun of this game. You get to just sit here and watch all these animations play out and resent playing Pac-Man 2 just a little bit more each time.
I'm not resenting this at all. This is brilliant.
Alright, I'm very sorry to this cow, but I pressed the wrong button. Normally we'd shoot that cow to make Pac-Man run through this whole thing, but honestly it's not that big a time loss to just mess up and press the wrong button. So that's one of the fun things about having played this on SNES. The buttons are completely backwards on Genesis. So any muscle memory you have will betray you. Alright, so we got the milk for Pac Baby. Pac Baby just downs it all and probably becomes sick. And now we have to get flowers for Lucy, the human girl that lives alongside Pac-Man. Just don't think about it.
Well, I wonder if that has anything to do with the Paxident.
Ah, yes. We don't speak of that.
Yeah, as observant viewers will notice, Pac-Man, at this point in the Pac-Man timeline, still has his limbs.
Yes, so we're still a little bit away from Pac-Man, the Pac-Man.
Yeah.
So yeah, now we're headed to the mountain to get some flowers because, again, the market's closed. We can't get flowers anywhere but the mountain. So we want to shoot Pac-Man away from this boulder because, sadly, we can't let him die. So that actually scares him a little bit, which we will want for a little bit coming up here, where he'll walk through here. He just drop these berries because Pac-Man's too scared to eat them. Because normally he'll eat them like any intelligent being. And he'll trip over this rock.
You're telling me you don't eat random unidentified berries that you find?
Strangely, no.
Oh, that's a bad thing. You want to eat every berry you find.
So there you saw me shooting Pac-Man. As soon as he fell into logs, that actually causes him to scream and run there. I don't know why. If you shoot him just a little bit later, he'll just be kind of scared and sad, and he'll be like, owie. I tripped over some logs. Alright, now we're going into the worst part of this game. I hate this part. It's the worst. You gotta control this minecart, and you still don't control Pac-Man like this entire game. Forgetting the route, which is good.
It's perfect for late night Midwest Speedfest.
So normally you can jump the two little overhangs there, but I had kind of forgotten how to play this because I don't spend all of my time playing this game anymore.
Wait, so you're telling me that once you did your SGDQ run of the game, you dropped it hard?
Not exactly. I just am focusing on other endeavors for the moment.
Like Pringles?
Yes.
That's also what I've been focusing on. Not only have I not played my SGDQ game since then, I've actually just totally removed the shortcut from my start menu and probably forget it exists
It's
now.
a good feeling. Though I still have unfinished business. I managed to get a world record time in the practice room at GDQ and didn't record it, so I'm obliged to do that now just for the dubious title of Pac-Man 2 world record holder. The Billy Mitchell of a new generation.
Did the mods accept your time?
No.
No? Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, we're strict in this community.
Not as lackadaisical as the Pringles community.
No.
Half the runs are just witnessed by Citrix.
I mean, no mod witnessed this run, so.
Oh, that's true. I'm glad you saw that comment.
Alright, so we want to get this key card that's in this box here. Ooh, we've got a bad pack placement here. So we'll have to have Pac-Man walk to the left a little bit so we can ignore the box right here, because that has a piece of a Pac-Man Jr. cartridge that he will want to get, and we don't want to go through the whole animation of him doing that. Now, under this water drop here, we want him to get hit by it, so then he'll be a little angry, as I do when a small drop of water hits me. So then he will beat up this machine. And as any electrical repairman will tell you, just punch it and it will work. So we're still not done with the mountains here. We only got an ID card. We didn't get the flowers. So now we're going to go around to get that. And here's one interesting, weird difference that I know that nobody else knows about Pac-Man 2, which is that the Genesis version, if you shoot Pac-Man out of the way of the boulder, he'll be scared. But if you shoot the boulder, then he'll remain happy so he can climb this rope. In the Super Nintendo version, if he's scared, he can't climb the rope. This is the fun you can have as a Pac-Man 2 speedrunner. Surely knowing that will kick out an important memory from my brain.
I'm a big fan of stupid differences between SNES and Genesis versions of games. Like the entirety of the Cheetah games, just so different in between the two. It's kind of actually crazy.
Think of all the mental effort you've put forth in knowing that.
Into having all 4 Cheetah games completely memorized.
Yeah. That's probably a good way to live life. Alright, so we can just go higher in this glider here, which makes a lot of sense. And we can just skip that boulder. We don't even have to care about the orange ghost there. I believe that is Clyde. So we want to drop all the way to the bottom here, and now we want to say higher 6 times.
I had something else in mind about wanting and higher and...
Yeah, this game's good. So, you can only tell Pac-Man to do certain things or shoot him. I want to say higher 3 times. Ooh, that was scary. Alright, and now we are done with action segments in this game. So now we're on the top of the mountain, and we can get the flowers for our human friends that we won't think about. Alright, now we get to watch Pac-Man walk some more. Again, this is a very fun game that you should consider speedrunning yourself.
Ooh, the classic begging people to run your game. I love it.
Please steal world records from
Yeah,
me before I have to
please.
go get it.
Blow me out. I don't want to have to be good at a video game.
So he turned Pac-Man around there to despawn that balloon because otherwise he will follow it and he will be sad when he doesn't catch it, or you can pop it and he becomes instantly, completely devastated and will just walk off the cliff due to just sheer sadness. He won't notice it's there. So now we shoot this vine, and that will drop us down a hole back to where we started here. We have to shoot this a bunch to make sure Pac-Man pays attention to what we're trying to get him to do. And now we are back to the village. Or now we just have to get through the farm, and we have a quick way of doing that. We shoot this chicken out of the coop, and Pac-Man chases after it. But we have to make sure to pay attention because we need to shoot Pac-Man in his stupid face before he hits this tree like an idiot, and the beehive falls out and he dies. This game's very good.
It's a fantastic game.
And we need to tell Pac-Man to enter his own home because he does not know how to do that.
I don't know how to get into Pac-Man's house either, man.
Good point. So now we need to get Pac Jr.'s guitar back from the ghosts who have stolen it from him. So we need to go to the city for that. So now we have a train card, but we've got a little bit of business here that we need to take care of, and that is another ID card. So up here we've got some ghosts disguised as me, as in they're disguised as the trash. So now we get another ID card right here, and that was a really good spawn for that ID card because now we're right at the entrance to the station. And as in most cases of identity fraud, Pac-Man is very happy and is just waving this card around.
Well, I mean, that's the whole point. If you're not gonna, like, tell people that that's your new identity, it's not worth stealing an identity.
Good point.
You're just hoarding identities in the back.
That's a big no way.
A huge no way.
So we shoot Pac-Man in his face again to make him angry. Not just because we hate him, but also because we need him to be angry because there's a pop machine up here and he will go through a whole animation and try to get a pop, and then it won't work, and then it'll turn into a slot machine. It's a whole mess. So we just avoid it. And right up here is the meanest part of this game. We just have to bully these children. Look, I didn't make the route. You can blame somebody else. Alright, so we need him to be angry right here for this guard that is now at these gates. So we shoot the gates for Pac-Man to want to check out this factory, I guess. And the guard blocks him off. And now Pacman wants to fight. So we give him a power pellet over there because we want to avoid Pinky here, and perfect. So ghosts kind of go on a weird sine wave cycle throughout. I think it's a global timer, and we want Pinky to be the furthest to the right possible so she can go and drop this guitar in the middle of the gates so Pac-Man doesn't look at the gates after we grab this guitar, and we can just get on our way. I sure have seen this animation so many times.
It's a good animation. I don't want to tell you how many times I've watched Chester Cheeto eat a bag of Cheetos. 'Cause that's your that's a one-hit KO game, except if you have a bag of safety Cheetos, which are like your revive items. So every time you get hit, just
I want to live that life, honestly.
chugging a whole bag of Cheetos.
I could do it.
But could you eat a whole tube of Pringles?
I can, and I have. I have regrets in my life. So, speaking of eating things like an idiot, we used a power pellet there to get Pac-Man past the hot dog stand, because once he passes by there, he wants to get a hot dog, and then the cat steals it. That's over there, and it's hard to shoot the cat, and it also takes a really long time. So we just give him a power pellet to skip that whole thing. So we're going home one last time, and we'll be on to the last of the new adventures.
Ooh, so there's only one adventure left.
Yes. And then they will be old adventures. So this one's fun because Pac-Man starts angry. That doesn't actually affect anything, it's just, you know, some form of visual stimulus, which is what you need when you're playing Pac-Man 2.
There's not much other stimulus going on.
No.
Except for that gum monster. They seem very stimulated.
Yes, I should probably say, this whole time there's been the Ghost Witch that has kind of shown up here and there to scold the ghosts for not killing Pac-Man or whatever, and so she's been plotting to make this monster out of already been chewed gum. So we're off to stop that. Not that I think Pac-Man actually knows what we're doing. So we're going to shoot Pac-Man and give him a power pellet here to get him to the other side of the screen, where there's going to be a window washing station that Pac-Man just feels like taking a ride in. I don't really know why he gets in here. I like this screen because it's very burger themed, and I'm all for that.
Pac-Man seems pretty hot dog oriented, though. That's a little weird.
Yeah, I mean, you take what you can get.
I guess like a burger cart isn't exactly something you hear of.
No. Alright, so we want to drop this power pellet about there to just get Blinky to move as little as possible. Ideally, you'd want Inky to move as far to the left as possible, so you'd chase Inky first, and then Blinky, who has the ID card, would drop it the furthest to the right. People have put time into this game.
Of course, you have to remember, you're the only one who can tell those ghosts apart right now.
Yep.
Unless these people are really good at monochrome ghost shades.
I didn't even thought of that part. I was just like, yeah, nobody knows the ghost names of Pac-Man. Oh, right, it's black and white. Alright, so that wasn't a fire alarm going off, that was a bird. Thank you, Genesis. That was a mistake. This will be interesting. So I didn't mean to press that button. I meant to shoot that hook there, but we can recover. So long as Pac-Man doesn't fall down a pit. Alright, so what we're gonna do here is, so we need power pellets pretty badly. I need to do the math here and think of how this works. Oh, this is interesting. Will Pac-Man make this jump? I forget. Alright, so this is one of the fun things in this game, is that if things go wrong, they go very wrong. If Pac-Man isn't in the right mood to do something, he won't do it. So we're going to try to make him jump here and make it over to that building under construction. There we go, we did it. I've never actually done that, so I'm pretty happy that worked out.
Live routing of backup strats.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Alright, so Pac-Man's just gonna drop down here, nearly die in the process. And we're on our way to, we need to get down to the sewers to get to the factory, so we're gonna bully some more kids. And then we got to check out this fire hydrant up here. So, just thinking about how I'm going to use my power pellets here. I'm going to opt for a slightly slower route through these sewers to make this the most Speedfest and potentially soft lock the game. Because I'd rather show that off than just go through
Actually
these sewers
playing it
faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least your batteries aren't gonna die in that controller.
That's why you always go wired. Alright, so Pac-Man looks at every single thing in this sewer, and it's fun. I love this game. It's my favorite. Alright, so now he's going to check out this can.
Oh, he kicked the shit out of that game.
Alright, and now, I think this is the one strat I contributed to the Pac-Man community. If you shoot Pac-Man once he's right here, we take an intentional death, and that gets us up that ladder just a little bit faster.
It's glorious.
Alright, so we're just going to let Pac-Man navigate through here. Normally you would, in this room, shoot this frying pan there, and then later you'll knock down all these, which will reveal a code that we'll need for the end of the game, which we'll get into a bit later. So want to give Pac-Man a power pellet here, and that will allow him to get through the screen pretty fast, and also opens up the potential for a soft lock. So if we turn him around here, for some reason sometimes when he lands he'll just turn around and he'll go through the side but never stop. It's such a good soft lock. So you'll notice we don't have any power pellets, so we're going to fix that right here. Alright, so Pac-Man just looks upon that horror and is just like, you know, that's pretty cool.
What even is that?
I don't know. Gum, I think.
Probably. Oh yeah, biochemical gum.
Yeah. Alright, and now we're coming up on the doors before the boss, and then 30 seconds after that, the boss. So here we have to put in the cards in a certain order. The code is, I think, listed as 415. I like to remember it as 451, the sort of standard code in System Shock and Deus Ex and all that, because I'm just a huge nerd. And we enter it as 541 because it's just fastest. So that all is to say, I have absolutely nothing to fill in this time, and it's like 30 seconds of Pac-Man putting in cards here, and oh wow.
It's really good animations.
Yeah, you really gotta milk every animation out of this game. Alright, we're in the final boss.
The quote-unquote gum monster.
Yes. In composite, it starts to look like something else, but let's not go into that.
Oh, we already went there. I don't know if you've noticed on the stream.
So, time's coming up once I kill this boss. So we need to shoot these hands here to make Pacman not get punched. And then, yeah, there's time.
Hey, I didn't have the timer paused and wasn't paying attention this time. We actually
Nice.
stopped time.
Nice.
That was a 23:43.
Not
Yeah,
bad.
check out that name you got listed there underneath the webcam. Is the
I knew you were strangely quiet through that.
Good. Alright, so we're not really sure what's gonna happen next.
Yeah, so let's just get through this credit sequence here. So one of the interesting things, so you'll notice that I listed this as any %. That is not a lie. There is a percentage here, and we will see that.
Oh, I hope to see which of the any percents you accomplished.
Yeah, you know, I mentioned there are cartridge pieces here that you can collect. There's 3 in all, so, you know, we probably got a solid, like, 90% of the game done.
Yeah, you had to.
So, we'll check out this credits sequence.
Do you know if any of these people ever worked on other games?
I do not, especially graphic team.
Graphic team. Who names your kid Graphic?
So you'll notice original game staff here. I believe the Genesis version was a port from the Super Nintendo version, so it's pretty impressive what they managed to do, considering the difference of the two machines and all that. Like, it's really close to the SNES version, and I wouldn't have been able to tell you that there are any differences other than sound, which is vastly superior in the SNES version, but it's a pretty... I was gonna say it's an okay game whichever way you play it, but I don't know.
If you play it in black and white on a Genesis, it's down there.
Yeah. So fun fact, for all you stream viewers, the TV screen in there is black and white as well, so
There's
we're
a double
getting
black
many
and white.
layers here. Alright, and now we got a note from our friend Pacman. Great job. You beat the game, but you didn't find many of my world's secrets. Play the game again to keep your current percentage and try to explore my world more thoroughly. Finish the game with a higher percentage to get special passwords. P.S. Pushing the A and C buttons at the item guide will show you the percentage of game clearance. So that didn't sound very good. Sounds like we should be drinking our Ovaltine right now.
Yeah. Drink your Ovaltine.
So let's check our percentage. Let's just start a new game here, and that's 18%.
Okay.
So yeah, that's Pacman 2. Let's never speak of this again.
Yeah. It's all over.
Yeah.
So let's set up transition. Yeah. Hey, you're done. You can go home.
Okay. Yeah. I'll just go ahead and do that.
Yeah. I don't get that liberty.
Yeah.
Go ahead and leave that just on, because it's time for Crystal's Ponytail, a game I haven't done a speedrun of over 2 years.